Jag here, and it's time for Jag's Jabs, and today I'm jabbing at you, the fans. Now, I hope to God this doesn't apply to you. I'm going to talk about one particular fan here in a second, but I went to bar wrestling last night, and I've been to a number of live shows here in the last couple of weeks. As a matter of fact, I've been to quite a few shows these last couple of months. If you're new to the channel, I am Jefferson Alonzo Green. I am brand new to indie local wrestling. In fact, I lived my life in just the E for a number of years, and then I took a long hiatus from wrestling in general. I'm starting back in May. I kind of started watching again with the WWE, and then the Encyclopedia, my partner in crime here at Make Me a Fan, started showing me local wrestling, independent wrestling, IWTV, high spots, that sort of thing. So I'm on this journey to rediscover wrestling, and in the process, I'm going to a lot of live shows. And I'm doing a lot of reading on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram and the internet wrestling community, the IWC. And frankly, a lot of what I see pisses me off. Now, it's going to be hard to get through this video without using any colorful language, so I might use a little bit of Battlestar profanity or maybe some Johnny Dangerously profanity here just to get through. But a couple things I want to talk about. Number one, the talent does not owe you anything. When I talk about the talent, I'm talking about the workers, the wrestlers. I'm talking about the referees, the commentary team, the ring announcer, the freaking promoter. Anybody who's involved with putting on the show does not owe you a damn thing. So if you show up and you bought your ticket, you paid your 25 bucks, you paid your 225 bucks, whatever it is, they don't owe you squat. And when I say that, I mean that I see fans following the talent, following them as they're walking to the locker room to change or as they're leaving for the night, following them and talking to them, sometimes saying good things, sometimes saying negative things, sometimes requesting things, which brings me to point number two. Buy something. Yes, I said it. No, the Jag is not rich, but each and every time I've asked a wrestler for a picture or any kind of interaction, I always buy something. I'll buy a pen, I'll buy an 8x10, I'll buy a card. Last night I bought 2 stickers for $5. And I didn't even ask for a picture. I just wanted to support this guy because he's one of my favorites. If you clowns are coming to the show with $0 and 0 cents, and you're expecting photos or story time or handshakes and hugs with the wrestlers, you are sadly freaking mistaken. These people are here to make money. They are here to do business, and of course they do love the fans. Pretty much every wrestler I've ever met loves to talk to and interact with the fans, but if your monkey ass is clogging up the spot in front of their table and they don't have time to sell anything because you just want to talk and you are not reaching for your wallet, move the frack on, okay? You gotta move. If you are at a show and you want some FaceTime with your favorite wrestler, it's probably a good idea to dig a little deeper into your pocket and pull out $10 and buy a pen, a freaking t-shirt, something like that. So that's my personal stance, but I think that should be everyone's stance, because if we go back to point number one, the wrestlers, the talent, they do not owe you anything. Number three, when you're in a standing room only environment, there are no saved spots. I saw a little interaction last night where a guy left to go get himself another drink, and when he came back, he was upset that someone else had moved into the spot he had previously occupied. This is standing room only, aka general admission, aka we all paid the same price, first come, first serve. So if you want to be ringside, number one, you get your ass there early, and number two, you don't freaking leave. If you're at ringside or you're close to ringside and you leave to go get yourself a Coke and a Smile, a beer, a freaking White Claw, whatever it is, and you come back and you're mad that somebody occupied that space, you are a freaking moron. Now here's the other side of that equation. If you're a tall guy like the Jag is 6'3". If you're wide like the Jag, sometimes the Jag can block out the sun, you might be courteous and stand towards the back if you're not at ringside. A lot of guys like to pound on the ring. A lot of guys like to be right there at the action, videotaping, filming. If that's your spot, doesn't matter how big, how small, how tall, how wide, be in your spot. But if you're hanging out near the back and maybe there's a shorter guy around you, behind you, it might be the courteous thing to do to move aside and let that guy get in front of you, because it's really not changing your view. Now, all these things about general admission, standing room only said, I gotta talk to you about the actual seats. You see, at the bootleg last night for bar wrestling, Pete has a certain seat that he likes to sit at called Pete's Perch, or I call it Pete's Perch, where he takes a lot of amazing pictures that you've probably seen at Make Me a Fan 316. Now Pete, obviously we are not paid by bar wrestling. We are not bar wrestling employees. We are not bar wrestling interns, even though we'd like to be. But we like to cover the show. We like to take pictures and video, and Pete's Perch is where he always sits. Now, he's not guaranteed that spot, and he moved over without much complaint, but the Jag was a little bit upset by it, because I felt like if you see somebody stuffed there, they beat you there, they save their spot, and they're coming back, don't be a jerk. Which brings me to number 4? I figured I lost count. No insults. Let me just say it like this. Each and every freaking wrestler that gets in the ring deserves your respect. They're doing something that you probably cannot do. And if you can do it, they can probably do it better, which is why their ass is in the ring and your ass is sitting ringside, okay? But if you're in the ring and you want to talk about some personal crap that you read online about who they might be dating or who they broke up with or any of their past problems, drug, alcohol, whatever, you keep that crap to yourself, because if you want to talk some trash to anybody, and I won't name names, and this was not at bar last night, this was at another show, but people wanted to heckle. If you want to heckle the wrestlers, you're an ass clown. Now, I get it. Part of that comes with being a heel. If you want to boo the bad guy, boo the bad guy. But if you want to talk about who this person's dating or this person got out of rehab, whatever the hell, you're a jerk. And you should probably leave. And if I hear that crap, because the last time it happened, I was literally on my way to say something to this guy when some action in the ring distracted him and he shut the hell up. Because the Jag is not going to stand around for that crap. And I'm not saying I'm a tough guy or I'm going to beat everybody's ass. It's not that kind of party. But I will slap the shit out of you. I'm sorry. I will slap the taste out of your mouth to make sure that you respect the people that are in the ring putting on the show, because disrespect is not tolerated anywhere near me. How about that? That's not a tough guy thing. I know that probably sounds like, oh, I'm going to smack you around. But no, really, some of the things I heard at this show in particular, I won't get into it on video, made me want to slap the taste out this guy's mouth, because he earned it. Trust me. The last thing, speaking of slapping people, speaking of slapping the taste out of somebody's mouth or putting the size 13 where the sun don't shine, Mr. Brad Shepard. Now, I don't know if this is a troll account or if this is the real account. So maybe you guys can let me know in the comments, hashtag prove the Jag wrong, whatever. But this guy, Brad Shepard, literally just posted an article yesterday ranking the WWE women's wrestlers' butts, the top 5 butts. Now, the Jag is a man who can appreciate a good butt. But that's not why the women are there. Yes, they do wear skimpy clothes. Yes, they sometimes do bikini shoots and whatever. Yes, I think Total Divas are even going to be on a poll in the finale, whatever. There's some sexually suggestive behavior, clothing, whatever when it comes to the WWE, but that is not what we're here for. If you are the kind of jabroni that has an account dedicated to WWE suggestiveness or, angles of certain girls or angles of certain wrestlers, you're a clown and you're ruining wrestling for other people. This guy, Brad Shepard, I'm going to block him in just a moment. But the top 5 thing with the women's butts, I wasn't sure if he was being honest or not. And when I scrolled through some other stuff, people were saying a lot of negative things about Mr. Shepard and his so-called journalism. So, Brad, I don't know who you are. I don't know if this is a fake joke account. I don't know if you're really just a clown, but that's really not what we're here for wrestling. If that's what you watch wrestling for, then number one, you are a sad, pathetic, tiny man. And secondly, I wish I could see you face to face. The last thing is all about creeps like Mr. Brad Shepard. If you're a creep and you came to the show to creep, the Jag cannot confirm or deny what I think I saw last night, but last night in a women's match, I thought maybe I saw a couple fans taking pictures of some of the girls, the 2 women in the ring competing, taking some pictures when they were in some awkward positions, I'll put it that way. And yes, there are lots of pictures being taken, and maybe you like certain shots, maybe you like certain angles, maybe you like certain outfits, whatever, but this looked a little bit creepy to me. So I'm just gonna say it like this. Please don't be a creep. This goes back to respect the talent. The talent doesn't owe you anything. Just don't be a creep. If you can, this is, I don't know, the Jag's guide to going to live events as a relative newcomer to live events. They don't owe you crap. Buy something. There are no save spots in general admission, standing room only. In the seats, if someone saves a seat, that's probably a nice, respectful thing to do, is to leave their stuff there. But hey, again, there's no save spot, so it's all fair, just courtesy. And Brad Shepard's a tool, so don't be a creep. I think that's it. I'm a little bit serious, a little more serious today, a little more mellow today. I only got 4 hours of sleep. Bar goes to like 12:30. The Jag had to drive home, had to be up this morning. But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I'm really disappointed in the way that some of these people have been conducting themselves. I don't know who your mama is or lack thereof, or your auntie, your grandmama, whoever raised you, but they should have raised you better than butt rankings and crotch pictures at the freaking, ringside and all this other ridiculousness that I'm seeing. Guys, come on, we can do better. As wrestling fans, we can do better. And the Jag is the kind of mofo that will say something to you. So if you ever see me and you want to do some of this douchebaggery, expect a response from yours truly. That's it for Jag's Jabs. If you disagree with anything I said, if you think Brad Shepard is an amazing Pulitzer Prize winning journalist, hashtag prove the Jag wrong. If you think that they should save a spot at general admission, hashtag prove the Jag wrong. But if you agree, then let me know in the comments. So that's it for today. Rambled a little bit. I apologize. This is a very long jab, but I think it was necessary. Conduct yourselves in a manner becoming of a top tier wrestling fan. And I will see your asses tomorrow.